I'm Danica Lani, and this is my podcast and blog and the Kings of Joy episodes. So I'm here today with Slaychuan Peppa.
Hello.
Aka Kit. And I've known Kit for a little while now, having been their king coach. What are your preferred pronouns?
She, they.
She, they.
Yes. Although Slay has he, they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Dario Di Bello is my drag persona, and he's definitely a he. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Welcome.
Very
I'm so excited
welcome.
to be here. Hello, audience.
Yeah, and it's so nice we could be here together in person.
Yes, with the plant.
Yeah,
Giving off talk show vibes.
that's right. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you about your journey with Kings of Joy and what it was like before Kings of Joy, and then what your journey was like in that process.
Yeah. Well, I guess thinking about how I got caught up in all of it, quite by chance, and I think that happens with a lot of my friends. That it's not something I ever imagined doing. Actually, it's not a dream I'd had sitting on the back burner. I was taken to a quiz of joy by my friend Laura, aka Glen 20. Hello.
Hi, Glen 20.
And I'd almost never seen a drag show before. Now I have to think, that was probably my introduction to live drag performance. And I was blown away. And just the energy, the fun, the joy, quiz of joy. And Laura was keen to sign up and just kind of grabbed me and said, Kit, you must, do this with me. And I actually couldn't make the next round because I was going away. But then I made a promise and I said I would do the one after that. I'm keen, sign me up. So got in touch with Danica and joined the next group, which was due to begin around June and perform in August. But of course that was the lockdown.
The long lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and what a I guess privilege it was to be a part of that group that went on the lockdown journey together. We had 7 of us in that group, and we met on Zoom with Danica for the first 6 weeks. I think we did 6 weeks.
Yeah, I think we went
once
a bit
week.
further, because of lockdown.
Yeah.
I kept going, and then I had to stop to start the next group
Yes.
for something or other. Yeah, and
I
then
think there were show ponies.
show ponies and Kings of Joy All Stars.
Yeah.
And so I said to you guys, okay, just keep rehearsing. Just go.
Yeah.
Go. And what actually happened?
Well, we had no idea when lockdown was ending. It was just that ongoing, who knows, one day we'll get on stage, But as our rehearsals started to move from, practicing the choreographed dance, we would actually just chat. We would just hang out, and it was a lockdown support group of your dreams. We also had 2 psychologists in the group. So it was perfect, and we really were able to lean on each other. And it was a high point, I think, we've shared amongst us. It really was a high point for all of us, that meeting on Tuesdays.
Did you know anyone in the group before?
I knew Nadia a little bit, and got to know Nadia a little bit better.
Yes, very good.
Throughout lockdown. But no, everyone else, met for the first time in the group, and lifelong friends.
That's
really
beautiful.
Yeah, built a bond. So that was, I guess, the start. And
Yes.
then eventually lockdown finished, and Quiz of Joy was locked in for December, and the Kings of Joy group number 5
Wow.
debut.
What a performance.
Yeah.
What was it like coming out of lockdown and onto the stage finally?
Oh, it was, or out of lockdown and onto the stage. I don't even know. I think for me, I had been practicing not just the Kings of Joy group performance in my bedroom during lockdown, but I'd been rehearsing or exploring a bunch of other dances as part of my art practice in my bedroom during lockdown, dressing up. I was I went through this phase of exploring YouTube makeup tutorials, and I went deep during lockdown. Like, I was learning kind of drag makeup, but also
Drag king or drag queen?
both,
Okay.
because I actually felt that there's such a tradition, I guess, makeup-wise, even like a language that I wanted to learn, and I wanted to learn, I guess, feminine makeup, but almost through from a male perspective. So I kind of moved into my, I guess, mask drag persona, who was then doing femme drag makeup. Just not making it easy for myself at all.
Yeah. And hopefully confusing everyone out there as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love a bit of gender confusion.
Yeah. So I think during lockdown, a lot of it was very private, and it was in my bedroom space. In my own safe world, just me and a mirror, and the internet.
Oh my god, that sounds like a great title for an album or something. Just me in the mirror.
I might use that someday if I ever release an album. Yeah, and then onto the stage. Wow, what a shift. And it was. Thank goodness I had a group. That's all I can say.
Yes.
We really supported each other, and that friendship that we built over the weeks, it was there on the day, and we were just able to hold each other and really psych ourselves up for it. And wow, what an adrenaline kick that was.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things that held that group together as well, and really came through in the performance from the stage, because
So nice
I always talk about that in performance terms, energy is the currency of performance. So to bring that energy through and that bond and connection, it was palpable. Pretty sure you got a standing ovation. Did you know?
Potentially.
Yeah.
It's hard to know, actually. I learned so many things about being a stage performer that night and in subsequent performances. I hadn't actually been on stage before. That was my first time in the spotlight.
Wow.
Yeah, and one of the things I learned is that the spotlight blinds you and you can't see the audience. And so if there was a standing ovation, I didn't know. And so much adrenaline is moving through your body, and the memory is just playing a different game altogether. So I've almost got no idea what happened.
It does go so quickly, doesn't it? Yeah.
Very quickly.
But you've performed it a couple of times since, haven't you, with the group?
Yes, as a group. Yes, we've done 2 since then, over the last few months, which has also been great because, we get to refine it and try out different things, and also that the pressure was kind of taken off, because we knew we got it right. We knew we
Nailed it.
Yeah. So it was kind of like, and now we just get to do it for fun, and it's already, written into our bodies, like the choreography and the energy, our, how we want to interact with each other, the games we want to play with each other on stage. We knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a real joy to just have that up our sleeves and be able to, hey, can we get together? You know, there's a performance available for us next weekend. Let's do it, you know.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, it was really lovely.
And so can you tell us a bit more about Slaychuan Peppa? How did you come through? You've told us a little bit about the makeup exploration, but how did you come into your drag queen persona, the name, the embodiment of Slaychuan, and also that the choreography was all designed around Slaychuan's coming out. It was a coming out flash mob, right? So
yeah. I think after signing up, like I said, it wasn't something I had been sitting on for a long time. So actually in the first meetup on Zoom, and you were kind of prompting us, and you know, like who is your drag persona? What do they like? What do they not like? What are their qualities? I was really quite thrown because I'd not thought about it before, but I'm so happy I got to imagine Slay. And for me, like moving towards masculinity, I didn't feel like I don't even know how to describe it, but it wasn't, Slay's not a masculine energy, I would say. They sit very much, you know, in that beautiful fluid space.
very genderqueer.
Yeah.
Gender fluid.
Yeah. And also part of that was my preoccupation at the time with kind of Asian pop culture.
Yes.
That I was exploring kind of as my art practice on the side, and that's and kind of Asian standards of beauty for men. I find fascinating. You know, this kind of youthful, beautiful boy, not man.
No.
And it was very clear to me that I was a boy and not a man. And yeah, these realizations were quite profound actually, and have and did end up kind of shaping not just my drag persona, but me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you know, there's you as Kit, and there's you as Slaychuan Peppa, and they're all of you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I was. That's another thing that surprised me. I have so many surprises on this journey, but another thing that surprised me was how much Slay was me. It wasn't this other person. It wasn't a switch I would flick. It really was just a version of me, or I don't think version's even the right word, and or just a different combination of aspects of me that I got to enhance and kind of reconfigure and just be like, and now this, you know. And so Slay's ambitions were mine as well. You know, it went that deep.
Yeah. Yes.
If that makes sense.
Oh, it does. And I love your artist brain. You know, like, I love how you see things, and you know, what do you do for a living? And can you tell us a bit about that and your fine arts practice as well?
Yeah, sure. So I have an art practice, which is actually a really new thing for me as well. You know, but I'm living it. I'm living for it. But that came out of the pandemic last couple of years. I went to art school back in the day, and then since then I've had a kind of little career in architecture, and that's what I do for my bread and butter. I'm an architect, but my art practice is really where I want to move to now. And so I do installation, I guess kind of sculptural work, but performance I love performance, and so drag for me has really integrated so nicely with my life. Yeah, yeah.
Have you got the performance bug now?
Yeah, maybe.
maybe a little bit. Tell us
Maybe,
about what's happened
yeah.
since Kings of Joy.
Yeah, well, definitely gave me performance bug. Yeah, that's for sure. And I've been wanting to continue performing, and I was really lucky to, through a friend, get in touch with Dean Tai, who runs Worship Collective and the Dynasty events that have been going for the last few months. And I've been helping out as much as I can with those events, and I was given the opportunity to perform on stage recently, solo.
First solo!
And that was at the Bearded Tit a few weeks ago. Yeah, and that's been huge. And the performance that I devised for that, I would say, is very much my art practice. So I was lucky enough with Worship Collective, it's queer Asian performers. That's the kind of platform. And with my art practice, I do explore my cultural heritage. So I'm Eurasian. I'm part kind of British and part Hong Kong Chinese. And so in my debut drag performance, Slaychuan Peppa, yeah, it was I guess a mashup of kind of pop culture that was coming from Asian pop culture, but also kind of Western pop culture. And I was doing all these TikTok dances as my boy, as Slay wanted to do. But it was really it was an expression of who I am, and yeah.
I love it. Give Slay a stage, and then he just goes and does the things that he wants.
Yeah, and he loved it.
Yeah.
He'll be doing it again, that's for
Oh,
sure.
yay, so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
And what else is in store for you as an artist and Slaychuan Peppa in the future?
I think at the moment, hit me up.
Yes.
I guess as an emerging performer, it's you're there for any and all opportunities.
Yes.
But they're few. They are few.
Tell us your how do we get in touch with you?
Definitely on Instagram. My Instagram thing is kitchen sink, which is spelled kitchen with no e, and then sink as in like in sync, like the band in sync. So yes, definitely Instagram if you want to have a chat. But yeah, I think I'm definitely keen to continue having drag as a medium for my art practice and to be a part of queer community and kind of helping to lift up everyone around me.
Yes.
I find it's really integrated into who I am at this point. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
great, love
yeah.
that. And any other projects on the boil in your art practice? Or
Yeah, things are happening. I've got a wonderful show with my two best friends in August, and we're going to be doing a wellness centre where we'll be performing, and maybe Slay will be there too.
Ooh.
I think it's entirely possible. And then I'm going to LA in September for another show I'm doing. So
oh, fantastic!
things are really picking up.
That's
and
great.
Yeah, it's good.
That's great. Oh my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
fabulous. Well, thank you so much, Kit, aka Slaychuan Peppa. Yay! So happy to have you here, and thanks for everything that you're pioneering. I know that you're inspiring other people. I know that there have been people who've come up to you after your performances.
Yes, I've had people who I don't know recognize me as Slay in my everyday life, maybe because of the hair.
Yeah.
And just tell me, basically how inspired they are and how to begin that journey. And
Yes.
so, the amount of times I've talked about you, Danica, I can't even count.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I'm just thrilled that you've gone in this journey, and to have gone from being not a performer debuting as Slaychuan Peppa in your own coming out flash mob. And then seeing you evolve and, you know, all the amazing contribution that you're doing with, you know, worship and dynasty and all of that, you know, really important work as well is really inspiring people. So keep doing it. Keep going, doing it with a wind beneath your wings.
Yes, that's you. That's you. Drag mum in the background.
Yeah, that's right.
Fanning.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
thank you. Anything else you want to share?
Just thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. What a journey. What a journey.
Your body's so close to mine. I swear we come undone.